So in order to make a selection on our person, so we're going to go ahead and duplicate, which is Command J, Control J, or you can right click and hit duplicate. We're going to turn off our background by hitting the eye icon. Next, make sure our topmost layer is selected. Go ahead and hit W for quick selection, or the quick selection is underneath the lasso tool in the top left of your icons. Basically, we're going to click and drag onto our subject, and we're going to get a rough selection here. If you end up getting more than you need, if you hold Alt or Option, you will then subtract from what you don't want, and then just fine tune by clicking the Add button in the top if you need to. Most of the time it reverts back to adding, and just make your selection more fine-tuned. Once you kind of get in that area, in the top you will see that there is a select and mask in the middle of your toolbar, and you're going to click that. Will open up a new window. If you scroll over to your left, you will see you have a couple options. You want to use the Refine Edge Brush tool. The hotkey is R. I'm going to go ahead and click that, and then go on the outermost layer of your subject, the outer point, and draw to get some of those fine details back. If you need to change to see what you're selecting, over on the right side in the properties, you'll see on the top a little button, a drop down button next to where it says view, and you can change that to see more in depth in so if you want to see black and white, you can see black and white, see what's kind of being selected, and go from there. Go ahead and hit OK, and then what you want to do is create a mask. Go down to your mask and click that. From here, you'll have a transparent background. You'll be able to see what is selected, not selected. To get a fine-tuned version of it, what we're going to do is select our brush tool. Over here on the icon, it is Command hotkey. The hotkey is B. Go ahead and select your mask. Up in our mode settings, up on our, next to where our brush settings are, we're going to hit Overlay, and we're going to paint. If you want to keep it or add white, we'll add back in. Make sure your opacity and flow are at 100, and then just paint over on white what you want to keep. It'll bring back some of that detail. And then if you end up needing to remove stuff, go ahead and revert your color to black. Down here in the color patches, you can hit this arrow in the bottom left, or the command or the hotkey is X. And then paint with black where you do not want things. And then you can go in and fine-tune stuff as you wish. And what we're going to want to do is open up your background layer. You can drag and drop it into your current session, or you can go to File, Open, and then you would find where that image is, and then bring it in, and then you can then drag and drop it in that way. But basically what you want to do is just drag that layer beneath it, and then voila, you have a subject on your background. If you need to change the colors or anything, if you come down to your curves adjustment layers in your layers panel, it'll be the sign that has a circle with a half white, half black circle. You can go down to color balance and do that. We'll go back to our layers. We want to right click on the name of that layer and then create a clipping mask. And that will tell it to only affect that bottom mask that we have for our selection. And then you can fine tune it to then change it to fit in better.